Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Money, Wine, and Cheese Club. My name is Sarah and I'm your host. And today I want to talk to you about keeping motivation, keeping ourselves motivated when we are on this journey of organizing our finances, of getting out of debt, of creating that um, the beginning, let's say, of our best life. So let's look at this as if it was a relationship. It is, but if when you start a relationship at the beginning, it can be all very nice and sweet, and you are, um, focused on what you want. You are focused on the other person. So when we start budgeting, we get all excited. We get new notebooks. We get new pens. We get an app on our phone. Everything is going great until it isn't anymore. We start to see that actually we do need to look at it once a week, our budget or our financial situation. And sometimes we don't want to do it because we've been told or we feel that freedom means that we don't have to worry about money. But the only way to not worry about money is to have a plan. And that's exactly why we are on this journey, to have a plan and to stick to that plan. And that's how we are going to be able to live freely, to have that financial freedom that we want so much. We want to be free to spend, but we don't want to worry about if we are spending too much, and we are going to have to be more careful next week because we spent everything this week. So I understand it's complicated, and it's also the way we look at things. So getting back to our relationship, so we get all excited at the beginning, but then as time goes on we start to lose interest sometimes if we are not committed to making that relationship work. I know what I'm talking about. I've been married like for a few lifetimes now. So having that commitment or making that commitment is very important. And it's important that when you make that commitment, or when you are consistently committing to keep your budget, to look at your budget, to work your budget, it's important that you don't lose focus, or at least that you keep going back to that initial feeling that you had when you started this relationship, right? So it's good. It's a good thing to reflect on your goals. Are they today the same they were when you started on this journey? Have you accomplished more or less than you were hoping for? Why? What's keeping you from achieving them? Or are you soaring and you want to change them because actually they were too small goals for you, right? You need bigger goals, you need bigger things. Uh, and that's something that we need to constantly be looking at. We don't want to set so bigger goals that we don't achieve them and we feel frustrated. But when we do achieve those smaller goals, we must keep on making goals and creating other kind of goals, and not only financial but just in life in general. So keep that in mind. Reflect on your goals, tweak them, change them. Whatever's not working, I mean, this is not set in stone. You can change it, and you should, because that's one of the ways that it's going to keep you motivated. Okay, so the next thing would be to celebrate small wins. Okay, so you just saved $100 this month. Sorry, yes, this year would not be bad if you are not used to saving anything, but let's say this month, and you need to celebrate that, not by spending it on dinner, but I don't know, buying a book for yourself, or just going for that walk, or just dream even more about what you can do with that money, because in a year you'll have $1,200 dollars. And that's a big achievement for most people because we are not used to saving. So don't forget, even if it's just that coffee, even if it's just that, I know, chocolate, I don't know, if you want to make something special to eat at home, but you usually don't because it's a little bit more expensive, just go for it. Just don't go crazy, but celebrate these wins. For me, it used to be to buy flowers. Every time I would achieve something, and if I could afford it, I would buy flowers. Even if they were the cheapest thing in the supermarket, I didn't care. I love flowers. I love having fresh flowers at home. And I didn't have a garden at the time. So yes, I would buy myself flowers. Even if it was just like $2 or $3, I didn't care. I would buy flowers and I would feel so much happier. Okay, next. By now you've realized that your budget is not always the same month to month. It's normal. Life happens. Sometimes you have more money, sometimes you have less money, sometimes you have one more week in a month and others you don't. So you have to adjust and to really be intentional about it. It's not because there's one more week that you have one more extra paycheck that you are going to just spend it like crazy. No, this is the time to revise those goals again, and this is the time to really be intentional about why you are on this journey. Don't forget that. Okay, so another thing that you should do, and that's like the fourth thing on my list, is to visualize what you've done so far. Be proud of yourself. And if you do invest, go look at it. If you have a savings account, look at the total. Be proud of yourself. See that you are maybe not going out for coffee every single day, but you have all those benefits on the side that you didn't have before because you just weren't being intentional. You weren't just being, you know, living, or better yet, you weren't making your money work for you like you are now. Okay. Number five, you should seek some sort of support. It's important, especially when we start to lose steam, to be able to count on a little bit of accountability or even just support. Sometimes we just want to vent. I mean, this club is called Money, Wine, and Cheese, and it's wine with an H. Yes, we need to whine. We need to say, no, I don't. I really want to spend. I don't care. I don't care. Maybe I'll die tomorrow. I don't need to save money. I've had my share of those. I mean, sometimes I still do. But it's important that the person that's listening to you is acknowledging that and is supporting you in the way that you need. If you don't have that special person in your life, seek out programs, seek out groups that deal with personal finance and that are in it as well. They are the ones that will better understand. If you do have a spouse, or if you live with someone, you should be supporting each other. You should be doing this together because otherwise it's just not going to work. One of you is going to be frustrated all the time, probably you if you're the one on this journey, because the other person just couldn't be bothered to follow whatever plan you were supposed to follow together. Okay, so that is a great thing. The next thing, make savings fun. Make it a bingo, save $5 this week and 20 next week, whatever. But have fun, play around with this, have a contest with your spouse to see who saves more. Uh, Whatever it looks like for you, just make things fun. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have, like we plan date night one time. I plan and then my husband plans and so on. So make it fun and see who can uh, plan a date night and spend less, like a contest, but have fun. So I don't know, just think outside the box. It's going to be awesome, even for your relationship, not just for your money. Okay. Next, and this one, like number 7, should almost be number 1, is read about personal finance, out about personal finance. There are blogs, there are a lot of resources out there. I mean, if you're on YouTube watching this, there are so many channels that you can look up and that you can watch, and it's amazing, all the information that's out there. And there's there's something for every taste. I'm not saying I'm for you. I'm not, but there are a lot of people out there talking about this. So if you don't resonate with me, you search. And if the next person is not your person, then search. You will eventually find your person. I promise you, she's out there or he's out there talking and saying exactly what you need to hear to take action. Okay? Educate yourself. Be aware of what's going on. Know why you pay taxes. Know when to pay taxes. Know how to avoid fees. Know how to save, how you can better save. Okay, these are important things that we really shouldn't underestimate. And last but not least, practice self-compassion. Okay, so this personal finance journey, it can be hard. Sometimes it gets hard and sometimes it's easier. And just because you didn't achieve those goals, just because it you don't need to be hard on yourself. You are doing the best you can with what you have right now, and that's all you can ask of yourself. But be honest with yourself. If you're just saying, oh, I'm doing the best I can, but you know deep down that you're not, then you're only lying to yourself. If you could do better, please do better. You'll thank yourself later, because um, it's going to make a difference in your future. Okay, but you don't need to be hard on yourself. If for some reason you are creating your emergency fund, you have $400 on the side, and I don't know, your printer just died on you, well, go out and buy a printer if you need it, right? But don't be hard on yourself. Don't think, oh gosh, why do I save now? I'm going to spend this money. Well, it's there exactly for that. It's there for you to spend. Okay. And that's how you should look at your budget and your savings and your emergency funds and everything that you have going on. Don't be hard on yourself, but be honest with yourself. It's important. That is a very important part. Okay. The only way that you are going to be motivated is by doing it, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's like exercising. Some people don't have motivation to exercise, and the motivation comes when the person is out the door listening to some great music and just walking away, sometimes angry, but it doesn't matter. And she's outside and she's walking, and that's just, and by the end of it, I mean, she's probably very excited she went on that walk. Yes, that's me. And motivation comes from doing, not the other way around. And it's the same with your personal finance. Okay. So don't forget to follow these 8 steps. They're not hard, it's not difficult, it's pretty easy, and it will make a difference. I hope this helped you, and you'll keep on going, because even if you deviate, even if you forgot to plan for a birthday, it's okay. That's why you have a little bit extra money on your emergency fund. It's not an emergency. Let's call it an emergency just today. But let's avoid that in the future. And you're learning because nobody taught you this before. So congratulations, you're doing just fine. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.